Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
We made it from last week. Here's Artie. We ended the video last week by saying that we were going to go visit the Suicide Oak. And so we found it, we put it on our GPS, and we went out there. Now, we took our EMF readers, and as I explained, you'll see here in a moment, the street is like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
And so Patterson crosses the other one in two spots. So we went to both locations, right, to make sure that, you know, which one looks best.
Right.
And
it doesn't really tell you exactly what intersection the oak was at. So we went to both intersections to kind of see where it could possibly be. And, you know, I think we both agreed that one intersection was more likely than the other.
yeah, the first one that you'll see in the video. Also, in the video, I'm trying to explain that the business that was there, I looked it up, and it was a, what was that? What did I say it was? It was the San Antonio, one of San Antonio's first transit businesses,
Mm-hmm.
and
They use a railroad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was, they started off with horse-drawn carriages.
Oh, okay.
Then it went to motorized, and then it went electric.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, when everything went electric, they were done with. But that building, that business was using the Suicide Oak unknowingly as part of their advertisement and like landmark notification, like when you find the big oak, you find us.
Right.
But the locals in the area were dumbfounded. Like, why would they use such a horrific thing for their advertising? So that's what you're going to see in this next video here. So we're going to go to that right meow. We're here at one of the two locations for the Suicide Oak, the corner of Patterson and Torcida. Now, Torcida hits Patterson in two different spots, so we're going to go to both. I'm going to show you what it looks like at this location. There's a big oak here, but it's definitely not the oak because the one that existed got torn down. See this tree here? It's right here at the corner of Torcida and Patterson.
In Alamo Heights.
In Alamo Heights, San Antonio, Texas. It's a big, beautiful oak tree. Live oaks are everywhere in San Antonio, Texas, but it is not our tree. All right, y'all. This is the second location of Tesoro and Patterson. And I think that this is not the spot, because when you look around, this is definitely a
Even more residential than the other spot.
yeah.
But I mean, that whole parking lot is there, so they might have torn something down there and put something there, and that's the Argyle right
Yeah.
there. And so it could have, you know, it could have been in the Argyle area.
So the area that had the Suicide Oak on it, eventually there was a company that came along and they built a business and used that oak as part of their advertising and, you know, the getting people's attention, I guess, because the tree was so outrageous, big and beautiful and it's creepy, whatever the draw was. And this particular business got very busy, and it was pretty successful. And the locals who knew what the tree actually was were, you know, like freaking out, like, how could you use that as a symbol for your business when the horrible things that have happened with that tree, people hanging and committing suicide and getting hung, and, you know, martial law and everything that tree was involved in. And then eventually that business did go out of didn't work. People said, nah, We're out of here.
Wow. I wonder if they
Creepy
had any
stuff.
experiences
I'm
or
sure there
anything.
was some paranormal stuff that was involved in them not existing anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I kind of feel like that other intersection is probably more likely.
you think so?
Yeah, there's a church that's the
Maybe
building-
where that church was is where that other. I'm gonna look up, and I'm gonna in this video I'm gonna include the name of the company that the tree was marketing for.
Yeah. So on this corner we have the Argyle, which
Okay.
is a venue, and then on this corner we have another commercial business, very beautiful Spanish style home or commercial building that has a huge parking lot. So I mean, I guess it could be one of these two spots, but my feeling is more toward, closer to, Broadway area where a business might be. And that is the other intersection.
Where we just were.
The other intersection that had the big, beautiful oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I feel like is, I know that's not the oak because it got cut down, but that intersection to me would make more sense.
Yeah.
I used the EMF reader to kind of take a reading around here, and we got nothing.
But
So-
wind. Hopefully the wind's not messing up the microphones too badly. Yeah, so that's the Suicide Oaks for you. Where to next? Donkey Lady Bridge. Here we go. Let's go.
So I'm gonna take a quick reading. I did a reading on the other intersection and I really got nothing. So I'm gonna take a reading, an EMF reading of this area and see if there's anything that pops up.
Let's do it. You gotta walk with it.
I mean, definitely more than we got.
Like just
with
around the
at
house.
At the other one, the other intersection.
What's it say? What's yellow mean?
Yellow is right in the. I mean, green is where it should be.
So it's definitely got some kind of energy.
More energy here than we did at the other.
Yeah. All right. Well,
No,
there are some power lines right there, but
yeah, we're
Who
kind of
knows?
far away from there.
yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful area. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah, really nice.
And
This
it's
little
closer,
waterfall.
This side of the intersection is definitely closer to Broadway. If there was some kind of enterprise or business, I would think that it would be closer to Broadway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, absolutely. You're right, because I'll tell the story in the car about the railway.
all right.
Okay. There's a waterfall over there. Got a little bench. What did you think?
Pretty cool, huh? It's right in the middle of Alamo Heights.
Yeah, there's lots of people walking around. Like you think, in my head, I'm thinking, ooh, it's gonna be creepy.
Nice.
There's joggers, ice cream guy, the butt that
all kinds of people walking around.
the corn guy,
Beautiful houses.
Yeah, everybody was around there. There's like one of those library book drop-offs where people trade books. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't spooky at all.
not spooky.
Maybe a little bit more at night, because that road definitely gets super dark at night, and there's no like street lights or anything out there.
One thing that San Antonio people know is that Alamo Heights is one of the darkest places in San Antonio.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
they
try to find a house out there in
They
the dark.
do not believe in streetlights. It's so dark out there. So, well, also, we went to the
Donkey Lady Bridge.
We went all the way out there. It's kind of a distance, and I recorded a little bit of that for you as well. And when we got there, again, there's lots of traffic out there. It's a social hotspot.
Yeah, I could see how it could be creepy at night.
For sure.
I mean, it was getting to be dusk when we were there, but there was like still a lot of people. It's a trailhead, Like they made that area into a park, and there's a trail that goes all through there, which I'd like to do one day. But because if any of you know me, I love to hike. It wasn't creepy because there were so many people around, like not just grown-ups, but entire families. Like
Little
several
kids.
entire families were out there with their little kids, taking pictures on the bridge, walking the trail. So it wasn't creepy when we went out there, but I can see how it could be creepy at night.
Yeah, there was
It's
even
dark there too.
There was even a girl doing a photo shoot out there, which I don't know if I'll be able to use the footage of her. I probably will crop it, but yeah, there was a little photo shoot happening, so we're gonna let y'all
Pretty
enjoy.
risque.
Yeah.
Pretty risque.
And she didn't give a flying flip either. She
No,
was
she
like,
was just
I don't
like-
care. We walked up. It might be in the video, but we'll see. All right, here we go. All right, we just got here to the Donkey Lady Bridge, and there's a park here where you can go hiking. Gina said she's gonna come hiking down here. I think she's lunatic, but it's up to you.
I'm crazy like that.
Crazy Gina Bridge. All right, let's go down there and check this out. If this was what you saw, like, oh my God, we're in the middle of nowhere. I can't believe we're gonna definitely find some ghosts.
And then the trail goes back in there.
Oh, never mind. That's where the Donkey Lady lives. I got a really good story about this bridge, guys, and the whole Donkey Lady thing. So
It's
when
so
we get
creepy.
over there,
Gosh, it's so creepy.
when we get over here, I'll elaborate. I don't want to ruin those people's video. Look at her. What's she doing? Big mom. All right, as we're walking up to the bridge right here, here's the bridge. You got lots of people around. It's a hot spot for activity, all right. Not paranormal yet, but we definitely got some action on the old ETM, on the old EMD,
ATM,
on the old ATF.
ABCDEF.
All right. Here's the creek. And here's the bridge. Now, I'm going to tell you this story, and if you've heard something different, you please tell us in the comments. Imagine what this all looked like back in the old days. This is probably not the bridge that existed necessarily, but it might be that they just redid it and made it safe again from the old days. But as you can see by that embankment, that the water gets pretty high. And at one time, this water really used to be moving through here, especially during the time that this story takes place. Okay, now there are a few different versions of how this story goes. It was one that says that there was a house that this lady and her husband and her children lived in, and the house burned down, killing the children and the husband, and totally disfiguring the woman to where her hands healed into like hoof shaped. They were real hands, but people are cruel, and so they said that she had hooves, and then her face was burnt and disfigured, and so they said that she had the donkey's face, and that she would cry for her family. And so when she died, they said that her ghost was haunting this bridge, because this is apparently the area where all this stuff actually happened. The other story, which I am more inclined to believe, is about a woman who was, of course, this is how many years ago? 1800s, I think, when this happened, 1811 or something like that.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, so it was a long time ago. And the woman is walking her donkey, and she's walking the donkey every day, And some kid that lived in the area would see her, and he would always go and mess with her. And the old lady would just ignore him and keep walking with their donkey. And one day, the kid says that the donkey bit him. And so he goes and tells his dad. And who knows if it really actually happened or not. I'm more inclined to believe that it didn't happen and he was just being a punk. But who knows? We weren't there, right?
Right.
And so
he might have been antagonizing the
of course,
donkey,
yeah,
you know?
of course he was being a punk. And so he goes and gets his dad, and the dad comes and finds the lady as she's walking her donkey, and he has a group of guys with him, you know, his cronies, and they start telling the lady they want that donkey. We're taking this donkey. And she says, "No, senor, it's he's no looking too good." And he goes, "It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I want this donkey. I don't care. He ain't, you know, that ain't none of your concern, but I want him." And she said, "No, senor, he's no looking too good." And he goes, "Look, lady, I'm taking this donkey, whether you like it or not. So you might as well just give him up." And she says, "No, senor, he's no looking too good." And he goes, "Look," and he pulls out a wad of money, and at the time, this money was equivalent to lots of, like thousands of dollars. And he hands it to the lady, shoves it in her hand or pocket or whatever, and grabs the rope that she's leading the donkey with. And they start walking away, and the lady kind of shrugs and goes, you know, well, dang, well, she's got a lot of money now, so she's not too upset, but that's her companion, that donkey, you know. And so she starts walking off, and you know, she's intimidated by these guys as well. And so they're leading the donkey off, and they're laughing like, "Hey, wait till we get this donkey home. He's gonna find out what biting feels like, you know, whatever they're gonna torture this animal." And so as they're walking them along, they realize, well, we got to get back across the water to the other side. So they walk up to an embankment, very similar to this, and they are kind of contemplating their next move. Like, what are we gonna do now? Are we gonna? They're looking for, like, down. They're looking down. Is there a shallower spot that we can maybe get across? Or as they're contemplating their next move on an embankment right there, such as that, with the water rushing down below, the donkey just kind of keeps walking and keeps walking and keeps walking. Next thing you know, the donkey walks right off the edge, tumbles down into the water, and drowns and gets washed away. So the man's pissed off. He runs down the road, and he's going to catch the old lady and tell her off. And he finds her, and he manhandles her a little bit and says, "Listen, lady, you gave me that dang donkey knowing that he was blind as a bat. And you didn't." She goes, "No, senor, no, senor. I told you. He's no looking too good." And so he got mad, of course, as you would, and he threw her in the river and the creek, and she got tossed and turned and drowned and died. Well, apparently, you know, the donkey's spirit and her spirit combined into one, and that's the ghost that haunts this little creek right here. This bridge is the Donkey Lady's Bridge. Now y'all know I made a little bit of that up, right? As you could tell, that I was joking then when I told this story, but that's basically what happened, where the woman was walking with her donkey, and some people came and took it from her. The donkey goes in the water, drowns. Then she throws rocks at them. They get mad, they come back, and they throw her in the water. She drowns also. That's the real story, shortened. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's very possible. And there's so many legends around here. You know, I'm not going to say I don't believe it. It's definitely, it could be very creepy here, but there's so many people.
Yeah, there's lots of people walking by, and it's weird.
We're at a trailhead, you know, so there's quite a few people, even though it's getting dark now. I'm surprised that there's still people, and they're not just, you know, grown-ups. There's families getting here with their kids.
Yeah.
which is surprising to me. But you know, I could see it being pretty creepy at night. You know, it's just, you know, it's a creepy looking woods.
Yeah,
And I've been in some woods.
it's definitely creepy. Definitely creepy. I guess we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna head back and talk about where we're gonna go next.
We'll see you on the other side.
See you later, alligators, donkeys.
Is this where you passed? Is this where you were killed?
Do you want your soul to be laid to rest?
Whistle.
Did you hear that?
That was kind of a whistle.
Did your donkey bite that boy?
Arrest.
Arrest them?
Rest.
Yeah, they should be arrested for doing what they did to you.
There's a lot of people, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Wealthy.
Wealthy.
That was the man that
Man.
killed her was a wealthy man.
He was wealthy, the man that killed you. Are you at rest?
You want us to leave?
Frank.
Frank is our grandfather's name. Are you with our grandfather? Frank, are you here? Grandpa?
Who is Frank?
Dylan.
Dylan is our nephew's name. What is the connection?
Was your horse? Was your donkey named Dylan?
But she said, we are family, or
She said.
your family.
Yeah.
She said
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Your donkey's name was Jeffrey. That sounds like a donkey's name.
We don't have a Jeffrey in our family, though.
Yeah.
We have a Frank and a Dylan. Are these the names of the spirits that are here?
Spirit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is where we're parked. It's not too far from where the actual bridge is. We got somebody doing a photo shoot over there. I guarantee you.
Definitely want to come walking over here. I seriously want to do this trail. It looks, I don't know how long it is, but it looks really interesting.
Yeah. I guarantee you, as soon as we clear out, there's nalgas coming out. There's gonna be
I thought
donkey.
they were
There's gonna be
already
donkey,
out.
all right. Donkey donk.
I thought there was definitely, they were already out.
It's the donkey donk bridge. It ain't donkey bridge. It's donkey donkey bridge.
The donkey dog.
You see that lady? She was
Oh, man.
getting her donkey bridge on. All right, guys. And we're back. All right, what do you think of that? It's pretty good, huh? I embellished, obviously, in the story about the donkey lady, but you know, I explained it.
I mean, part of the way that we do videos was, you know, he's so funny. You know, we have to take advantage of that and make it lighthearted. You know, because yes, it's scary and you know, but everybody has a scary video. This is, you know, this is our take on it. And so we hope that you enjoyed that.
Yeah. Anybody like to send us your story? If you don't want to do your own video, you can send it to us and we'll read it for you. In the description, I'm going to put my email address, maybe hers, and a link to... Do you have a channel? You
No,
do,
I don't.
but there's nothing on it. So
I do?
you have, yeah.
Oh,
You,
the Vagabond Boon one.
Well, no. You have your YouTube channel.
Oh.
It says your name. That means that you have a channel. If it didn't have a name, you would just be like somebody online looking. But because you have a name,
I didn't even know I had a name.
yeah, it says Gina Garcia in the comments.
Oh, okay.
So
Well.
I'll put a link to hers anyway, because eventually she might be adding some stuff of her own when I'm not around. So
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe.
she's a hiker, so she do some hike videos.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I can do a lot of hike videos and
Make a killing doing
mountain drive videos,
that. See?
country road videos,
Country road videos.
country road videos.
Country road,
Take me home.
where I belong, sweet West Virginia. Meet Virginia. Oh, that's a different song. All right. Thank you very much for tuning back in. Next week, I think that we're going to go and see either the Black Swan Inn, but we have to call and make reservations because they're kind of, you know, they're a super, super well-known hotspot for paranormal activity.
Yes.
But looking on the app that you see us use called Spirit Talker, it gives a map of haunted destinations.
And there's a lot.
And I looked at it as we were driving back, and bingo, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's. I think maybe we should try to go to the since we're doing the Black Swan Inn, which was like, you know, an inn. Maybe we can go to the Hot Wells Motel.
Is it close?
It's on the south side.
Hey, I'm down for whatever. I don't even know about it, so
Yeah.
I'm in.
It's really cool.
Plus, with the Black Swan Inn, we have a cousin who has a pretty good story about going there and getting spooked out herself. So we'll see if we can get her in a little interview in the next one.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm happy to be corrected. Okay, so please do so. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks
Alrighty,
for
say
tuning in.
goodbye.